JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, policeman robbed and shot in St. Catherine. The police have launched an investigation into the shooting of a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force along Municipal Boulevard in Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday night. The policeman was reportedly driving a motorcycle when he was attacked by criminals who reportedly shot him in the back. The incident happened around 10 o'clock. He is said to have lost control of the motorcycle which crashed. The attacker stole the motorcycle, as well as the policeman's service pistol, and escaped. The cop was found this morning on the scene and was taken to hospital by ambulance. Man fatally shot by police in Portland. A man was fatally shot by the police after he allegedly attacked the lawmen in Fruitful Vale in Portland last night. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. Details of the incident are sketchy. However, police sources have revealed that residents reportedly saw the man breaking into a building and removing items and summoned the police. Upon the arrival of the police team shortly before midnight, the man allegedly attacked them with a machete and was shot. He was rushed to the Port Antonio Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police said that prior to the shooting, a building that was allegedly broken into by the man was seen on fire. Another most wanted man now in custody. Another of Westmoreland's most wanted men who engaged the police in a shootout on Saturday, February 12, has turned himself in. He has been identified as Moses Ramsey, otherwise called Satan, of Burnt Savannah and Russia districts in Westmoreland. Reports are that shortly before midday on Saturday, February 12, the Westmoreland police were on operation when men dressed in army fatigue were seen walking around with guns. The police said the men engaged officers in a shootout, during which Andre Hines, otherwise called Bunny, was fatally shot. Ramsey and Bennett fled the area, but later turned themselves into the police on Monday, February 14. Jamaican charged with scamming $54,000 from 92-year-old Florida woman. A Jamaican man remains in custody in Bay County, Florida, after he was arrested in connection to a scamming totaling $54,000, approximately 8.5 million Jamaican dollars, from a 92-year-old woman. Richard Morgan, 35, an illegal immigrant, was charged on Friday with grand theft and exploitation of the elderly. Investigators know Morgan is in Bay County illegally from Jamaica and using the proceeds of this criminal enterprise to fund his stay in the United States, stated a Facebook post from the Bay County Sheriff's Office. It further stated that his Financial Crimes Unit was first alerted of suspicious activities involving Morgan on February 3. At that time, Morgan opened an account at a bank and attempted to deposit a $24,000 check written by someone else to his new account. Morgan gave vague excuses to the teller when he was asked further details about the check. He later fled when law enforcement officers arrived at the bank to question him. Law enforcers subsequently contacted the owner of the check, who interestingly was a 92-year-old woman. She admitted that she had no memory of writing the check. During further inquiries, family members of the senior citizen told investigators that she had been contacted by an unknown man, later identified as Morgan. He directed the elderly woman to pay a large amount of cash to increase her chance of winning $1 million from the publisher's clearinghouse. The investigations further revealed that Morgan had already obtained approximately $30,000 from the victim and sent those funds to another individual in Jamaica. The Jamaican was eventually tracked down and found heading out at an address in Callaway to avoid apprehension, stated the Bay County Sheriff's Office. He was subsequently arrested last Wednesday and charged 2 days later. Defendants chastised over yawning during cops' testimony. Chief Justice Brian Sachs this morning warned alleged members of the Wandon gang to behave after one of the defendants made a loud yawn while a police witness was testifying. The judge, after hearing the sound, instructed 11 of the 18 defendants who were in courtroom 1 to stand and told them not to let it happen again, as there will be consequences next time. "Don't let there be a repetition of this," he told the defendants before they took their seats. Early in the morning session, the judge accepted into evidence 3 transcripts of the secret recordings of conversations of alleged members of the gang. The 3 transcripts, which included a 174-page document, were transcribed by 2 police personnel with the help of the former top-tier gang member. The ex-member secretly recorded conversations he had with alleged members of the gang, including reputed leader Andre Blackman Bryan. The 3 transcripts were previously marked for identification after efforts to have them entered into evidence were blocked by the defense. Sachs yesterday ruled that the recordings, which had also faced several roadblocks in being admitted, had met the legal requirement for admissibility. The former gangster turned state witness had testified that he had recorded the conversations using 3 cell phones and had handed them over to the police. In the meantime, Blackman's lead attorney Lloyd McFarlane objected to the 3 transcripts being admitted. He argued that the ex-gangster had testified that he had signed each document, but noted that the documents did not contain his signature. McFarlane contended that the documents were unreliable, but the judge shut down his argument, claiming it was of no moment at this time. That's an irrational argument. Who is the maker? The judge asked, while making the point that the prosecution was using the creator of the document to push through the items. Hence, it was not necessary for the witness's signature to be present, as there was no law that supported his point. That can't even stand up to scrutiny. It makes no sense at all, the judge said of the lawyer's argument. McFarlane, however, insisted that there was merit in his argument. Family suspects foul-playing guards drowning. A distraught family is calling for a thorough probe into the death of a 29-year-old security guard whose body was found in the swimming pool at the Ligonier Club in New Kingston last Thursday, his birthday. Ramon Henry is suspected of drowning, but his grieving family, who claimed he is a great swimmer, has not ruled out foul play. They are planning to conduct an independent autopsy. A security guard at Millex for over a decade, Henry was on duty at the club. Reports are that Henry, of Scarlet Clothes, Spanish Town, was found afloat in a pool after a guest stumbled upon the body around 5 a.m. on Thursday and alerted the police. The body was fished and removed to the morgue. His family said his last post to WhatsApp was 8 minutes into his birthday and disclosed that they have information that he was in the company of a woman he hardly knew. Thank God, enough never live for that. A whole heap of mother grief. Long live the king, Henry reportedly said on WhatsApp. The drowning theory is hard to fathom for the family, as Henry was reputed to be a natural swimmer. If Master Contract hold him, I don't think he can make him drown. The security said the doctor come find him. An ex-person says a guest stumble upon him, so them not give nothing at all, Selena Green, Henry's sister, said. A woman who allegedly told investigators that she was Henry's partner for 8 years has also angered the family, who claimed they have never met her before his tragic death. Henry survived by a 7-year-old son. Henry's mother, Sharon Tapper, said she also believes that investigators are being duped by the mystery woman. Anybody my son have, him come introduce them to his pretty mother, because my son talk highly of me, said Tapper, who is miffed that Henry's alleged partner identified his body. The family contends that items are missing from his person, including an undetermined sum of cash. When I sit down and run back a survey, I think I plan for him on his birthday. Them said the girl tell him say she leave him at the pool, she go upstairs and then she go home, Tapper said. Javon Green, Henry's younger brother, said the family will rely on an independent autopsy. Ramon, he said, was a proficient swimmer who enjoyed taking a splash at the beach or river. Me know Ramon never just die like that, the younger brother said. Senior Superintendent of Police Marlon Nesmith, commander of the St. Andrews Central Division, on Monday said that Henry's death is being treated as a suspected drowning until the post-mortem report is completed. We have done everything else that we need to do in the meantime. We have interviewed persons, we have collected statements, and waiting on that report to make any other determination if there is any to make, Nesmith said. The senior cop said that foul play is not yet being considered. I don't have that information. It always seems to go down that line. We can't jump and follow it, but certainly all our due diligence is being done. If this is the case, then that's where we'll be leading, Nesmith said in relation to the family's line of judgment. The police year date for the post-mortem has not yet been finalized. Millet Security Communications Officer Dwayne Rayner says the vigil was held for Henry with the staff on Monday. Murders down by 3.2%. Shootings and other areas of crime also down, says JCF. The national murder rate is down 3.2% when compared to the corresponding period of January 1 to February 12 last year. That's according to information from the latest Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF Periodic Crime Statistics Review. It shows there have been 6 fewer murders for the period, with 183 recorded this year compared to the 189 for the same period in 2021. The St. James Police Division leads the murder count with 35 cases, a 29.6% increase compared to the 27 homicides reported in the division up to February 12 last year. However, Westmoreland had the highest percentage increase in murders, with a 375% increase. There were 19 murders committed in the parish up to Saturday, compared with 4 for the corresponding period in 2021. The Kingston Central Police Division, where a zone of special operations also is under effect in Parade Gardens, saw a decrease in murders of 53.3% for the reporting period. There were 7 murders up to Saturday, compared to 15 last year. Portland maintains its record as the least murderous parish in 2022, having recorded no murders for the first 43 days of the year. In addition to murder, other areas of crime recorded significant decreases. The data shows that there have been fewer cases of shootings, with a decrease of 32. So far this year, between January 1 and February 12, there have been 142 shootings in comparison to 174 over the same period last year. There were 31 cases of rapes over the period under review, compared to 79 for the same period last year, which represented a decrease of 60.8%. Some 107 robberies were recorded up to February 12 this year, down from the 140 observed in the corresponding period last year, representing a reduction of 33 cases, or 23.6%. Break-ins saw a 16.5% decrease, with 91 incidents this year compared to 109 in 2021. Overall, the total number of serious and violent crimes committed so far this year has declined by 19.8%, the JCF said. A total of 554 serious and violent crimes were reported up to Saturday, when compared to 691 incidents reported up to February 12 last year. 70 new COVID cases in Jamaica, no deaths recorded. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has reported 70 new COVID-19 cases on Monday, February 14, bringing the infection total to 127,233. The new cases comprise 41 females and 29 males, with ages ranging from 46 days to 95 years. The cases were recorded in St. James, 22, Trelawney, Westmoreland, Kingston, and St. Andrew, 8 each, St. Catherine, 6, Manchester, 5, Clarendon, 4, Portland and St. Mary, 3 each, Hanover, St. Anne and St. Elizabeth, 1 each. No deaths are reported for the period. There were 227 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing that total to 73,688. Currently, 309 people are hospitalized, 38 of which are severely ill, while 9 are critically ill and 75 are moderately ill. The Health Ministry has reported a positivity rate of 17.9%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.